So where we last left off with this, we just finished watching the mimics. So let's head on to the next one, which I think is some sort of plant-like freakazoid. The Harvestors. All right, ready? Let's do it. I have no idea what the rest of these could be. I feel like we've already hit peak horror with the third one, with the mimic.
The Harvestor.
Audio looks
Harvestor
solid, I
is
think.
a large, bulbous mass with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base.
Yeah, I think their volume is good. Okay. All right, let's reset. All right, Harvestor. Big freaky ass plant.
The Harvestor.
Congregator the Carnis. Oh, it's like a Venus flytrap. That's what I'm looking at here.
The Harvestor is a long.
Harvestor anatomy. Oh, I think I'm wrong. The way the initial drawing had it was this, and then these like side things. It kind of, it's like a Venus flytrap, but there's like a bulb in the middle, right? Like a face hugger, where here is like the little tentacle thing that goes into your mouth and forcibly impregnates you. Venom glands. And then I can't read the rest of this.
Large, bulbous mass with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter.
3 meters in height, 2 meters in height. Okay,
on
it's
the
not very
other
high.
hand, can extend up to 150 meters in.
Oh, I was gonna say it's very stompable, but with the 492 feet, the wide berth, angel, whatever the fuck, the wingspan. That's the word. I'm not getting anywhere near this thing.
The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally.
That's fucked. Wait, is it above ground that direction, or is it below ground? Because if it's below ground, I guess I don't really care too much. But above ground is kind of fucked. Oh, looks like it's a little sculpture.
Harvestor is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvestor is created when a node that will grow into a harvestor, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground.
So is this meant to imply, though, that it's still attached to the crawl the whole time? It's just the piece of the crawl is so small now, while all the energy the crawl would normally get gets shoved over to the Harvestor?
The Harvestor is a
large tendrils equipped with 2 venoms. 2 whole venoms? A new rotor... Insert Spider-Man Venom joke. My brain couldn't think of one properly. A new Otorin and an anti-rogue dance to effectively catch prey. I don't know what those words mean. I assume to pacify the prey, right? In theory. Smaller tendrils are tough, being used to dig through dirt and breaking apart tissue. Organelle, other finds, works, nutrients. I butchered that, but I can't read what that is. I actually really like that there's the little drawings here. I think it's a great way of like showing the thing without showing the thing, you know? Because if I'm consistently seeing pictures of it, I feel like it becomes less scary or freaky or like otherworldly. But if I'm stuck like looking at renditions of drawings, I feel like that's a great way of like stoking my imagination without just like replacing my imagination, you know?
Equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie.
Speaking of showing,
the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines.
Oh my god, they're like little fucking nails in like wood that you'd like step on, right?
Spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing...
Is there like a tetanus shot we can get for this type of thing?
Sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
What if you step on both?
Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected...
Oh no, does it like grab you and then it shoves you through the little hole and then you get like brought back or something? Or does it just suck you up there? Gives you a good suck real good from all your nutrients.
With both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding.
Okay.
All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss.
Ooh.
Once the prey has bled out.
What if it's like your pinky? Right? In theory, you can eventually stop the pinky from bleeding, right? I feel like. Like, you wouldn't bleed out from getting your pinky stabbed, right? I guess it's different if it's like a major artery or a big like section where a lot of blood comes through, right? I can see like a foot, right? Like you step on it with your foot and then blood comes gushing out down until you fall over, and then I guess it doesn't work as well. But if it's like, oh, we're playing in the grass and then like, oh, I tripped and then like hand plap on it, right? Like I don't feel like you'd bleed out. I don't think enough blood would come out from there, right? In theory, at a certain point, like, I don't know. I guess I don't know medical things well enough, but it sounds like depending on where you get cut, I don't feel like you bleed out enough.
The second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches
we
are
saw
thin,
these as well.
but
We
very
read a little
sturdy.
bit.
They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards.
The big slurp.
This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom
Jeez, it
glands
gets
that
fucking
pump
huge.
into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy.
By Alistair's Angels. Did he do the previous one too? He did. Where am I at? 250? Doesn't say what it's photographed by. And then this is anonymous. Okay. I feel like I've seen Alistair's Angels photos already being labeled. I feel like these are important names I should be taking note of for coming back later on. Because it could just keep saying photographed by anonymous, right? Or not even saying who it's photographed by, like the arm here, wherever it was here. But specifically, some of them are photographed by anonymous, and then some of them are by like a name. So I assume that means the names are going to come into play at some point. I'm going to like recognize the names and be like, oh, this is this person.
All the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals.
And it's a vicious cycle.
A strange behavior the harvester displays as its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected.
That makes sense. You'd probably want to save more of your energy for something that you can get more energy in return, right? Like in theory, especially if it's, you know, if it's covering such a wide distance and God knows how many of these tendrils there are, it's probably got to use a lot of energy. So you'd only want to bother using that energy if you can at least get it back with a larger animal. That makes sense.
Will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens.
Oh, but then that's interesting. Some species of bird, so like others, it'll float down on, and then it'll be willing to use that energy. I guess that throws what I said out the window.
One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time.
That's what I
Another
think for the most
could
part.
be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators.
That's
It truly
also a
is
solid idea.
astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and would.
So without like the key of like, hey, this shade of red is like this common, this shade of red is this common, I'm seeing not very common, and then, oh no, there's a lot of them throughout here. That's what I'm seeing with this. Yeah.
Forests.
Like, oh god, don't exist over there. Or don't
If
go
you
near
are stung
forest
by a
over there.
harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Oh, 100% positive, potentially, minus, you know, freaking out a bit. Alright, hold on, I saw it. Family attacked by harvester while hiking. Authorities refused to handle the harvester, only putting up warning signs and address the public to be more careful. Government cover-up, I see. Something, this is talking about the family walking and getting in. I can piece out darling family of for the I'm assuming how stories are usually, I guess, said in the news. It'll be like the setup, and then it'll be like attacked, and then the authorities refuse to handle the harvester. I assume that's what we're getting at.
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place.
Sounds right.
If
Yeah.
you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area,
Probably
and there
good to
are no
stay away.
signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks.
Oh, dude, does it
If you
avoid
find
those?
yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements.
So is it it's the way it's been explained, it seems like it doesn't go out to attack you. It's, oh, I have sensed you're here, and then if you have stepped on my stuff, then I am killing you. Right? It doesn't seem like the tendrils will come out potentially to get you, is what the previous was implying.
Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment.
No, I guess it does pop out to try and attack or latch onto whatever it is. That's what this seems to imply, is that it pops out to try and grab you.
You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible,
Cupid
throw
shuffle
another
away.
object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe.
That's fair. That's a good idea.
Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way.
What about gun? Does
You
gun
may
work?
come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a
Again.
harvester's
Again, Alistair's Angels.
next meal. Next up is the host.
Next up is horror beyond your imagination. Stay tuned for next time. Yeah, what if I what I guess, well, it makes me curious about what if you gun. How strong is this against bullet? What if I shoot? I'm like, oh, I'm in tendril territory. In fact, I see the bulb. Gun time, right? Will my pistol take it out? I'm out in the wilderness hunting. Will my rifle take it out? Well, interesting, cool. I love how it's become part of nature that the rabbit would be used it for protection to lure bigger predators to get into food. Heavily attacked by harvester while hiking long blank, authorities refuse to handle the harvester. Yeah. Did I miss it entirely? Oh, fuck. That's right. There's always a fairy tale story in these. So I think I missed it entirely. Outside the cave during a time of hardship lived the island critters. The critters were struggling in this hard time. There was barely any food to go around. They would go and gather what they could. Which are all to the point of looking various, but also where you don't live in a fear of elder mimic breaking your house. All right, let's go on to the next one. I still don't know if I want to make all these an individual episode or if I want to conglomerate them. I might do the first 4 together. I haven't even bothered editing the footage. I haven't gotten around to I haven't gotten around to editing the footage. I don't know. We'll see. If later on me is like, well, some of this is too long, I'm gonna shove it in an episode. Then there you go. All right, number 6. Because I think I'm trying to not just sit here and watch and not say anything. I'm trying to do my best to react and say shit. So hopefully, I am taking these. It looks like I'm taking these 5 minutes and turning them into like 18. So we will see. Anyway, on to the host of influence. Great, awesome. On to the next horror beyond human comprehension.
The host of influence.
The Imperium Carnis. Have they all been Carnis? Oh god. Host of influence anatomy. Mouth. Slit blends into neck muscles. Large appendage spike with 3 digits. This kinda looks like the Dredge from Dead by Daylight in a way. That's what I'm thinking of. A little bit.
Host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived
As,
from a
oh
host who
god,
invites
get
guests.
me the fuck away from this thing. Why would Mother Nature ever create this?
Commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease.
Good distinction,
The host
I
is
guess.
a semi-humanoid-looking organism. It has
Thanks.
the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristic.
It technically has human features in the same way a rabbit technically has a head and some torso, some arms, so it's kind of like a human.
The lower half of the host is comprised of a massive
Hair-like strand, something hollow strand. I think that's a D. Hollow something ends with a D. It could be strand again. Something into the clow how long hell bullies that dispores. I think I got it.
fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is
Photographed by Anonymous. Hey, look, there it is, right there.
covered in mud to hold the host in place.
All right.
Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some
I think everything has just about been covered in muscle tissue, right? Nothing's really had skin. I think the mimic eventually developed skin. If it had too much abundance of food, it would turn into something without the skin. But if it had like just the right amount, it turned into like a regular person, right? With like normal features and skin and whatnot.
parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover
Meaty
any
plate.
large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host
Built-in
head has
armor.
a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding.
In a crooked house, in the crooked lane, sorry.
On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards.
He's got that Omega
These
Shenron
hairs
back.
are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily,
Okay, well, I was gonna pause anyway, but I guess this gives me an excuse. Whenever I hear somebody say, "Hey, watch out for," well, okay, I guess specifically what I'm thinking of oh god, we got some cult going on here. When I think of spores, I think of The Last of Us, and then I think of how in the fuck am I ever gonna see these spores? How am I gonna be careful of spores? Are spores visible? Oh, my eyes. Spores visible. No, individual spores are not visible with the naked eye. They're microscopic organisms that can only be seen with a microscope. How in the fuck? Can mold spores be visible? Most spores on their own are often too small to see without magnification. Generally, the largest ones are in the 30 micron range, while most are much smaller. So how in the hell am I going to see these spores to know I'm not near the spores? My best indicator is going to be, oh, it's in front of me. I see it. I'm probably too close. If I can register it exists still, I'm too close. I don't want to be near it. I'm going to stay away. You don't even have to mention the spores.
These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
Great. Awesome. I live there. Why? I live there. Hold on. Let me see if I can spot where I live, though. Oh, where I live doesn't have any black spots. Okay. Or it is black spot. Never, the other way around is black. It doesn't have any of the red. Okay. Phew. I just have to not, move.
Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one.
So the host is due to the spores.
The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud
Inhale.
of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism
Awesome.
inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them.
Oh, it's a zombie virus.
An
Great.
infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are:
You telling me this is just evil rabies? You don't even know you're infected until it's too late?
restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination.
Well, I fit 3 of these. Maybe I'm infected. Maybe I had some spores. I'm restless. I'm bad at resting. I guess I'm very tired, but I sometimes have sluggish movements. I don't feel numb. Why do you think I drink? I drink because I don't feel numb. I'd say I'm fairly not coordinated. I used to do some sports balls. I wasn't the best at it. I decided instead of sports balls, I would do track and field. And actually, I was pretty solid at that. I also did cross country. I was better at that. But I guess I can catch a ball. Right? If you throw a ball at me, I'm not going to be like, oh, I can catch it. But I'm not like good, right?
Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These
Let's see if I
include
fill into these.
dizziness,
No.
migraines,
No.
impaired speech, and
I'm just bad at speech. It's not impaired. I'm just bad at it. I don't tremble. I think. Nah, probably not.
trembles. If you or someone you know show these symptoms,
You're
contact
fucked.
poison control or emergency services. After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk.
Holy fuck. The forbidden cheese. What am I looking at here? Oh, somebody walking. So that's like snow on the ground. Okay. I didn't even register. I was just like, oh, it's a block of cheese with some holes in it. Oh, yum. Maybe not. Okay. So we walk.
The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual.
So they turn into zombies. To head back to the host.
Infected makes their way to the host. They will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs.
Oh,
and
no.
The host will promptly gut and remove those organs. The host
My brain says I've heard of something similar. I'm sure in my years of reading SCPs, there's somewhere in there that has something that would do this. But I can't think of what it is. Surely you can think of what I'm thinking of.
will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an
Give me
infected
your
organism
pancreas.
doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is
36
treated for their
hour?
infection, The effects will wear off and return back to normal. If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current...
So there's a whole 24-hour period of walking. No, 36. So there's a whole day and a half that somebody could spend walking over God knows how long towards the host. And you just gotta hope really hard. You just have to pay attention every once in a while. Like, look out in the street. Is somebody walking mindlessly forward? Go catch him. Go get a buddy.
location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location.
Oh, it roots itself?
There's
How do you kill it?
and the hazard of being around one.
These are both by Anonymous. Only known photos of a living host. I guess everybody else is too scared to get close.
One makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs.
What if you get in like a hazmat suit and then you go towards it? I feel like as you can like let the person get to it, right? You just have to make sure that the host doesn't attack them. So what if you see somebody going and you're like, all right, code H. Fuck, the codes are always a color. I don't know. You get what I mean. And like you just like a full team suits up and then you go out to get the host. Right? Would that not work potentially?
Next, the monoliths.
Next, something even worse. I think I saw it. Did I see it? Next, giant attack on Titans. Although one day the critters found the cave while searching for food. They found the prince in trance in his healing sleep, not sleeping sleep. The critters were so awestruck and enchanted by the prince's magic. Little Korok seed looking guys. Luckily, the host is rare. Only found in North America. Oh boy, it's been 36 hours. I nearly died. That was scary. The mimic right behind me. Okay, well, that was bad. I'm not looking forward to the monolith. So let's look at this next one. It looks like we've got this next one, and then I think this is all of them together. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll end up throwing 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and I'll do 5, 6, 7 together as a video. And yeah, although it looks like this one's not very long at all. Yeah, that'll be perfect then. I can do the last two in this one together as one video. Perfect. Okay, cool. 1080p. We're good to go. I just realized it says continent instead of content. Just thought it was interesting.
The monoliths.
Colium
The monolith is a very new...
The Colium Carnis. So they've all been, yeah, Carnis.
Monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of...
Oh, thank God I don't live the fuck up there. Eat shit, Canada.
There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter.
Fuck
This ring of monoliths surround...
Fuck them. They're all the way out there in Bufu, Egypt, Canada. Like, okay. I don't like how censored this is already, though. Obviously, that means there's something bigger going on. And we've been getting little hints of the government, I guess, trying to not take out monsters, so...
The monolith is a titanic size.
Anatomy. I can't read any of that. That is too small. But it looks like it's just a big, tall guy with a whole face.
Being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are...
Oh, monolith indeed. I thought, oh, it's just a tall guy, right? 10 feet. Whatever. No, we are talking Attack on Titan. I was right. That was a joke I made. Jokes are the deepest lore.
Embedded underground. The legs connect to a torso.
Oh.
The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck.
Structure on the top of the body is capable of releasing large bellows of noise, and in 1 raise an EMP pulse that can disable electronics. Okay.
Fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle.
Fusing
with a hole
into
in
a
its
big
center.
circle.
On each side of the monolith where arms would be.
Arm tendrils will sway and strike any threats or any large objects passing the perimeter. Like bullets?
There are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground.
Just barely to the
creature's
ground.
feet,
Long as
the
fuck.
strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away.
Left and right, down and under the ground.
What the monoliths
In case
do
you don't know
is
what
simply
horizontally
stand and
means.
do nothing. The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in.
Come on, man, we gotta know. We gotta know. What if I go up to Canada and I see the monolith and I need to know this thing? What am I supposed to do?
During this period, they were extremely aggressive. When the group of
I just pieced it together. It's they're in a circle, right? It says they're surrounding something. They're protecting something is what's happened. And then I assume this group walked into this circle that they're protecting. And obviously they didn't like that.
were making their way to the city. The monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out.
Photographed by Spite of Artemis. I think this is another name that's appeared a couple times.
When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance
Gotta cut out some fucking holes for your feet and yabba dabba do that shit out of there.
rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Uh-oh. Siren Head. Whoa.
Although
I'm
damaged,
okay.
it regenerated at great.
I used my eyeballs, but I did not see any special thing hidden in there, right? They usually appear for like a single frame, but your eye can like catch that something popped up if you're looking for it. At most I saw was just like a footage of a tree at night. Fibrous tissue, when damaged, is able to redacted and repair itself in something.
Speed, and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced
Good to know. Gun doesn't work though.
off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions
As
to
long
these
as you
neat
don't go
beings.
in there.
And finally, the last creature on this list is
The sun. Well, hold on. I saw those. No. All right. I am dotting. So it looks like it's a big red circle. Which is why I joked the sun. It's the eclipse. Thanks, Griffith. Okay. Almost there. Fuzz. More fuzz. Lots of fuzz. We're fuzzing all over the place. I'm surely about to... Oh, okay, the world. I thought it was like a face initially when I saw it. But that's North America and South America. So I assume that's like the globe or something. Who is this creature? Who's the creature? Why are they here? Are they dangerous? I thought it was brought up. What if this creature could use magic to help them? May grow food or heal sickness. They continue to argue about the prince and his magic. The critters agreed the prince was dangerous and should not be meddled with. Thank you, comments. I appreciate it.
marvelous and majestic world that exists today.
Earth.
It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the
Living
lives of
meats.
these living meat creatures.
Well, that's all we get for now. in terms of these living meat researches. It looks like the next handful of things are other types of videos. Again, I thought I initially only heard about the elder mimics, and I typed in elder mimic. You can see it up here, in fact. And then this was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, this looks like I'm coming in somewhere else. So I went to the channel and I found this playthrough, but that's why this is marked like this. Cool, interesting though. Judging from the censorship, I'm going to assume the Monolith just screams slurs at people like 14-year-olds. Non-existent island in the Hudson Bay. All those confused in Latin names for the Carnis creatures, which stands for meat, which would make sense. I've made a list of the creatures. Monolith, meat heaven. Host of influence, empire of the flesh. Harvestor, gather the meat. Mimics, butcher the meat. Meat snake, to borrow the meat. Trimming, cowardly meat. Crawl, climb the meat. Awesome. Great. Sounds like a cult. Or some sort of like god with a plan. Some sort of like outer being who's cast things in here. And he's given some unfortunate fool the Apollo knowledge to name everything. And then obviously it's some sort of coming herald of a guy. That's my moving theory right now, is it's some sort of god type of thing that brought this in. I don't know. I guess we'll see next though. Oh, that'll be it for this video. I'm live streaming all this, so you know, there's that. But if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe and such.